Hey everyone, it's Sleeny. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another death battle, and this is going to be Omni-Man versus Homelander. I once again have not seen neither Invincible or The Boys, so I'm going to go into this a little blind, but we're going to listen to what death battle has to tell us, and we're going to make an educated guess who we think is going to win. So make sure to go show death battle some love, and let's get right into it.
Omni-Man,
Omni-Man,
the invincible champion from planet Viltrum.
I'm pretty sure
Homelander,
he's like
the world's greatest
a horrible
superhero,
dad,
brought to you by Vought
if I'm
International.
thinking of the
Few
right
heroes have
person.
stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very first, Superman. But what if absolute power did?
I'm going to
in
say the
fact,
little bit of
corrupt
information I know
absolutely?
about each of these
Answer,
characters as
we're
we go
all
through.
screwed. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
Yes.
a death battle.
Yep. Please teach me.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No,
It's Omni-Man.
Omni-Man. Had you going there for a second, huh?
Not
No.
really. His name is in the title of the video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration.
Yeah, a
He's
little
even
bit
got
of the
that
colors.
sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. Born on the planet Viltrum, Nolan was sent to Earth to
I
act
just
as
don't
a
like this guy.
superpowered alien defender and spread
He's
the enlightenment
over
of his
1,000
utopian
years
homeworld.
old,
And as
6'2",
his superhero alter
250.
ego Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He
Viltrumite
saved the world countless times, worked
really
alongside
wants
the
his
Guardians
son
of the
to
Globe,
think.
and
Yeah, I'm
even
pretty sure
married
this
and had
is
a
the guy.
son, Mark.
Life couldn't be better.
He's a bad
Until
dad,
Mark inherited
right?
his dad's Viltrumite
Am I
powers.
right?
That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Turns out,
Evil.
Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
No.
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions
They
with
just
their
wanted
bare
the strong
hands until
people.
only the strongest were left,
Yep.
united by a common purpose.
That's
This
it.
Viltrumite empire
said, "Let's
then went
kill
on
all
to
the weak
conquer
ones."
planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
Yeah,
And
no
turns
peace
out Omni-Man
around
was
him.
here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark.
He's gonna
Your
do the
dad's a dick.
same thing
Even
to
worse,
Earth.
he's
Look at
easily
that,
the
right
most
in front of his
powerful
son.
being on the entire planet.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a
Kryptonian.
Saiyan. And what you get
Ooh,
is
okay.
basically a
That's what you
Viltrumite.
get
Due
of
to their
Viltrumite.
unique
Okay.
DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate
Smart
to achieve
atoms.
superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the
That's a
oxygen
long time to
inside
hold your
them.
breath.
Kind of
Okay.
reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how
Bioelectric
comic writers
aura
bullshit
that
a
Superman
sciencey
has?
explanation for his powers.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic
they not
structure be
smart
designated
atoms?
by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Hmm.
Comics fans, I'm calling this debunked.
Oh, so they're not smart at all?
Viltrumites can fly, withstand
Accelerated
near absolute
healing,
zero temperatures,
flight,
and even possess insane healing
inhumane-
factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the
inhuman
stomach,
longevity.
having your guts
Gosh, I
ripped
can't
out,
talk.
or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series get
Viltrumites.
fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors.
Okay.
And intense heat can
Good
be
to know.
especially damaging.
Even the most powerful
Intense
Viltrumites
heat.
can be killed by
It's good to
extended
know.
baths in the spicy
That in my
hot
mind.
plasma of a star.
And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's.
they got sensitive inner
disrupt their
ears.
fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Okay.
Though pushing themselves to their
Hot
physical
heat
limits only
and
ends up
loud
making them
noise.
way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he's
Thousands
easily
of
one of the
years.
toughest Viltrumites around. Like, other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him. But Mark
Gross.
didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite
Good.
his alien genes, Mark was raised as
He's
a
not
human with
evil.
our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the
Love
shit
and
out of everyone you see like a
compassion.
maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens invaded Earth. Mark
He's
tried his
just-
best to minimize casualties and outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from him. Classic generational divide.
How dare you take
Annihilate
Earth
is
from me?
underselling
Was it his?
Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire,
Oh
creating
my
massive
God.
country-sized explosions, with his own body as the projectile.
Wow.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through
Okay.
a planet,
Super
and even
fast,
deflected
punched a
a meteor
hole
the
through a
size
planet.
of Texas.
Assuming
Oh,
that
a
means the
meteor
diameter
the
of the meteor is
size of
equivalent to the
Texas.
distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico. That would make
Goodness.
it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over
Wow.
4.6 quintillion tons, moving at re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second. It had hit
And
with
he
enough
moved
energy
it?
to destroy the moon twice over.
So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter
He
those who
redirected
consider
it,
him an
okay.
ally, the
Effortlessly
Guardians of the
threw a
Globe,
baseball
all to
around the
ensure
earth.
as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy, because he'd have to go through his son first.
Mark was horrified by his father's treachery,
As
spurred on by the
would
reveal
I.
that Nolan only viewed his mother as a pet, a disposable broodmare. Invincible fought Omni-Man to
I'm
save
just
the planet.
liking him less and
that's
less.
when
Look, I
Mark's
already
real
didn't like him.
Viltrumite training began.
I'm not
Get it?
gonna like Homelander
Training,
anymore.
Like the trade?
Yes, we get it. It was a good pun. Jesus.
But if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes,
He turned
Mark
him
made
into a
his
human.
father human.
Yes. Ha ha ha. Crying.
Welcome to Vought International, a multi-billion-dollar American conglomerate whose #1 products are the greatest superheroes on the
This
face of the
show,
earth.
man.
That's
This
right.
show.
Superheroes are real, and they're
I could
big
not watch
business.
this show.
Imagine
It
a
was
company
too
that
much
possesses
for
a
me.
monopoly on popular culture, pumping out movies,
The
TV
crazy
shows, action
things I
figures,
saw
and
in
video
this
games
show.
constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Yeah, imagine.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods
Like
among
that
men is
fish
their
guy?
premier
I don't
super
even know
team,
any
the
of their
Seven,
names.
and
It's
its
so bad.
leader, Homelander.
He's got the
Homelander.
looks, the charm, the Jesus, and
The
most
Jesus.
importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home
He's
and abroad.
gross,
This guy
gross,
probably
gross.
eats freedom and shits eagles.
But Homelander's
Shit
squeaky clean
eagles.
corporate sheen is only
He's
skin
fake.
deep.
He's
Far from
fake.
the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed
41,
as, Homelander is probably
5'11",
the
165.
closest thing
Okay,
to
so he's
Lucifer
like
on Earth.
smaller.
Remember bad future
They say he's
Biff
like
from Back to
Lucifer
the
on
Future?
Earth, yes.
Now give him superpowers
Perfect.
and media training.
That's
Vought's
exactly what he
official
is.
story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby, a tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's
It's not
total
true.
bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum.
Compound
V.
V. Yeah.
And he was a complete success.
Too much of a success. He was
Why'd they do
murdering
that to
groups
him?
of
He's
terrified
evil.
scientists before his umbilical
He
cord
should
was
not
even
have
cut.
been-
In the
he
comics,
should not have
Vought
powers.
had to
Oh my
keep
gosh.
a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew
He
up,
had a
he was
bomb
subjected to
strapped to his
psychological
little
conditioning
ass.
to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
I'm like
Homelander
watching this
possesses
in
massively
disgust.
superhuman strength,
Enhanced
speed, and durability.
hearing,
He
flight,
can fly at
heat
hypersonic
vision,
speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision,
superhuman
and detect a person's
speed,
emotional
strength.
state
What
from
is
just the sound of
superhuman
their
voice?
heartbeat.
But you
X-ray
know you're
vision.
done for when he breaks out his
Look at his
heat vision,
laser
which
eyes.
is strong enough to
Ugh.
slice through crowds of people or split airplanes in half.
Oh my
Or screams
gosh,
so
the whole
loud
crowd
that it
of people
shatters
just
the eardrums of
split in
anyone
half.
around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way.
Oh.
yeah, he totally botched
He-
this
he
mission
made
to stop
their-
a plane hijacking, so he forced each and
He made
everyone
their
on board
ears
to die in the
explode.
resulting crash, so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Omni-Man
Well,
has
Homelander's
sensitive
powers
ears.
may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his
Strength,
public
power?
image. Turns
Oh.
out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But
No.
don't worry,
Look at his
he
face.
eventually
Ugh.
cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero.
Good for him.
Who just happened to be an actual Nazi.
Oh,
Speaking
lovely.
of sex, Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens.
Ugh, look
proved
at his
that?
face.
Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet,
Why are we talking
it would
about
have
this?
to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic energy, over 1,500
I
meters
don't
per
like
second,
it.
or 4.5 times faster than sound.
That's
I'm
right.
grossed out.
Homelander
That's what I
can
want to do.
bust
I
a
want to
nut
stick some
faster
crayons
than
in
the
my
speed
ears
of
so I don't have to
sound.
hear this.
Well,
What is he
good night,
doing in
everybody.
that clip?
Ooh, kinda sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being
guy,
on the
yeah.
planet and a psycho murderer.
That's no
He
exaggeration.
literally is a
Stillwell even
psycho.
commented that Homelander has proven immune
He threw
to
a baseball
every
into
weapon known to
orbit.
mankind.
The other guy
No
threw a
matter
baseball
how
around the
powerful,
Earth.
Humanity
Okay.
literally lacks the ability
Hurled
to
a
kill
fighter
him.
jet with
That'd
one
include
hand.
nuclear weapons as powerful
Can
as the
survive
Tsar
any
bomb,
man-made
which exploded
weapons.
with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT.
Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right. We all almost
That's
died.
not good.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem.
Yeah,
He's
it's not
strong
gonna
enough
do
to
a
throw
single
jet
thing to
with
him.
one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an emotionally stunted
Who
man-child,
are we leaning
Homelander is still
towards to win
surprisingly
this
cunning
battle?
and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah,
Billy
turns out
Butcher.
forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable
He
as
did
it is,
that?
to
He's
Homelander,
evil.
this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born Vought's star pupil meant
No,
he was
oh
under
my
their
gosh.
thumb from
See,
the
I'm
day he
learning
was
more, and the
born.
more I
His
learn, he's
superpowered
just
son was
horrible.
The
He's
first thing
evil.
That was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning. Or not.
Just throw him off the roof? Okay, all right. Who are we
combatants
going
are
with?
set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
Did he
It's
even
time
have?
for
Did,
a
did
death
Homelander
battle!
have any weaknesses? I know Omni-Man did. Okay, I'm gonna go with Homelander. I don't like either one of them, but I'm gonna just say
Howdy, neighbor.
Homelander's gonna take it.
Coco? It's warm.
Like in his house. Like what is he doing? Making another child with his wife?
You
this
know,
time?
Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand.
Not
And
with
it's
the
very important
Santa
to me
hat
that
on.
That brand means
He
something.
cares a lot about
And
his
if I'm playing
brand.
second fiddle to some goddamn alien, what's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie? Aw, she's shy. So do we
killed
have
his
an
wife
understanding?
with his laser
Get the
eyes.
fuck out of my country.
Oh, he's... Okay, that's grounds
I'm
for...
going to feed you your own heart.
Omni-Man is gonna kick his butt.
Shit. That was a great line.
Oh my god. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen.
Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
He said, I'm here for the world. I'm here for the planet. I'm not here for this country. Ooh, okay, heat. I'm keeping heat in mind. Omni-Man is not good with heat, right? Is he gonna scalp him? What is happening right now? Oh, he's gonna let it... Okay.
Never been hit by someone your own size before?
Gosh, now that Homelander killed Omni-Man's wife, I kind of want Omni-Man to win. But yep, that's not good. The loud noise. I just feel like Homelander's gonna take it. I'm sticking to my original guess. Are they watching? They saw him? Oh, now he's gonna lose it. His image.
Are you going to cry?
His image is ruined. Oh no.
After I'm done with you, I'm gonna blast right that little shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
Oh, gross. He's like, what did you say about feeding me my heart?
What I promised you.
Oh. Oh, he said now swallow. Disgusting.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What? Is that? Oh my god.
Whiz, if there's a god, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression there.
Even though
Despite
I'm wrong,
Homelander's dominance within the world of the boys, he's a big fish in a small pond, relatively speaking. Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time. And there's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years. He comes from a warrior culture based on fighting. Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is
Omni-Man. Okay, well, there you have it. Omni-Man kicked Homelander's butt. He literally ripped his jaw off and fed him his own heart. Even though I was wrong and my guess was not right, I'm kind of happy with that outcome just because I feel bad for Omni-Man's wife. So make sure to go show Death Battle some love. And if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.